wasn't leaving anything in the will to the business associates. I do not have. Wait. I have a will. I do have a will, but I need to update it because I think it's slightly outdated now. But I do have a will. I used to sleep with it under my pillow. Like when I was younger. You guys want to know a funny story about how insane like 13-year-old Footy was? So when I was younger, I didn't get any sex ed from anywhere, from school or from my family or anything. The only thing that I knew about like sex ed was like whatever I was reading in like Naruto fanfiction at the time. So when I started to go through puberty, so inside of your boobs, there are things called mammary glands, and when you're pregnant, that's where the milk is come from. But they're really firm and hard and very painful to the touch. That's why, like, when someone gets like punched in the boob and they go ah, because that's what hurts. It's the mammary gland. So I didn't know anything about like puberty, and I started to go through puberty, and then I remember in class they were like, okay, kids, don't forget to check your boobs for lumps, and if there's lumps in your boobs, you have cancer. And then one day I was in the shower and I touched my boobs, and there was really painful lumps in there. And I was like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, I have cancer, I have breast cancer. But the thing is, I have a phobia of like medical stuff. I have a phobia of hospitals and medical equipment and everything like that. So I was like, I was so terrified of doctors and medical equipment that I actually like resigned myself to dying prematurely of cancer instead of telling anyone in my life, because I was so scared of having to go to the doctor. And as puberty kept happening over the years, the lumps kept getting bigger, and I was like, oh my god, the cancer's getting worse. I am going to die. And I remember one time lying in bed, and you know when you're really tired and you start falling asleep and your vision starts kind of like getting dark around the edges? I remember one time staying up really late and that started happening, and I was like, oh, I'm dying. The cancer's finally killing me. I'm dying. And I didn't die, but the next morning I woke up and I wrote a will for when I eventually died. I think when I say I wrote a will, I think I typed it out using the text function on MS Paint and printed it out on a printer, and then I stapled it together, and then I put it underneath my pillow. And then I would sleep with this will under my pillow for several months. And I had this, I was just so convinced that I had cancer until I was about maybe like 15 years old, where I just like broke down crying in class one day, and I turned to my friend and I was like, I think I have cancer. So sometimes when I wonder like where did my really bad like early age anxiety and depression come from? And I was like, oh yeah, it was probably that time that I was just convinced that I was dying of cancer for like my whole teenage years and never told anyone about it because I was too scared to go into the doctor. I would be like so stressed out about it. But I was just like I was so resigned to it. Which is insane to think that the teenage me was just would rather die over going to the doctor. That medical phobia is no joke, folks. Do you have any good stuff to leave behind? I don't know. I don't remember. I don't remember what I wrote in my will, but I wish I did. I wish I still had it on me, because I think that would be incredibly funny to read through now as a fully functioning adult. Functioning in quotation marks.